Alrighty YouTube, how's it going? So this is a brand new series, level 1 through to level 60 on a mage. Got plenty of stuff to discuss in this first episode, as I just get the first quest. So this is Ashbringer PvP, which is an EU realm. Personally, I'm a huge fan of PvP, so there's going to be a lot of PvP in this in this series. It's probably going to be more PvP than PvE, but cool. That's how we like it. So I suppose a couple of things to discuss at the start. Talents. I'm just going to hand this quest in quickly. Rude Awakening, first quest done, out the way. So we need to get 8 mindless zombies and 8 wretched zombies. Easy enough. So talents. I'm a huge fan of frost mages, particularly for PvP. Just getting that crit is just so much fun. Personally, I think freezing your target and then just demolishing them with shatter, I think it is, that increases crit chance, or is it crit damage when a target's frozen? I don't remember. Fuck it. But oh my god, what is going on? I just want to tag something. But although frost is my favorite, I'm actually going to start off leveling as fire. When I first started playing WoW Classic, oh shit, not paying attention to my mana. When I first started playing WoW Classic, I was obsessed with fire mages, simply to get the pyroblast. I just thought using pyroblast was so much fun, even though it was a crazy long cast time. Just dealing, you know, massive amounts of damage in one hit. I just, you know, it was great, especially as a kid. You know, you just wanted to do as much damage as possible. And then as I got more and more experienced as a mage, I thought it just became more enjoyable, taking the more sort of like tactical route, I suppose you could say. But I want to go back to doing fire anyway, just because it is a lot of fun. Especially, I think it'll be a lot of fun in PvP, just to try and land some pyroblasts on Alliance. It should be a good laugh. And then later on, the plan will probably be to switch to Frost. It really depends how enjoyable leveling and well, leveling on a PvP server as fire will be. I've got no idea how well that'll go down, because Frost is also so good in PvP. First level, level 2, nice and quick. Obviously it tops up the mana as well, which is always just so handy if you're a spellcaster at this stage, when you've got only enough mana to shoot a couple of fireballs. That Warlock was definitely going for that mindless zombie. This first quest should be quite simple. So another thing that I need to go over obviously is add-ons that I'm going to be using. Oh, is that our first bit of gear? Nice. Cape, straight off the bat. There we go, +5 armor. Yeah, so add-ons. I am going to be using... I don't need rail cage skeletons. Don't need mindless. Where are the wretched? Right, I'm going to look for the wretched while I carry on anyway, and stop interrupting myself. I'm using recount for my damage meter. Obviously that's not too handy right now. And another bit of gear! Ah, this is going so well. So I've got recount for the damage counter. I'm using bartender for my UI, or my action bars. Personally, I just love how sort of free you can be with it. Put stuff wherever you want. You can get rid of the Blizzard art bar as well, which I don't really like. I think it just takes up a lot of space unnecessarily on the screen. I'd much rather just see more of the screen as possible. What other add-ons? So I'm using Codex for questing. It's an add-on that I'd hugely recommend, even if you are quite experienced with the quests. Like some of the guys in my guild, they're really good at this game. You know, they know the quests really well. They don't need to use any sort of quest add-on, but a lot of the time I am like, oh, well, did you know about this quest over here that's totally hidden and out of the way? And they were like, oh shit, no, I didn't. And then it's just really helpful for finding these quests that are quite hidden. I don't think I can really show an example right now, but later on there'll definitely be a lot of quests that are just totally off of any sort of main road. And obviously getting experience and gear from the quests in Classic. 2 resists in a row. Fuck me. Is really important. Gear is just crazy important in this game. And there we go, first quest done. Decent. I'm just going to try and reload because those exclamation marks are getting on my nerves. There we go. We didn't want that. Right, so first quest done. I'm going to hand that in. I'm really interested to see how well Concussion, I think it's called, the talent that gives you like a chance on hit to we'll go for that, considering I don't actually have any gloves at the moment. I'm interested to see how well it works in PvP, because I think we'll get Scorch at level 20. Which is going to be like a fairly nice spammable ability. I don't know how often we'll sort of like use it while leveling. Just realised I got Arcane Intellect, there we go. And let's pop that on as it uses half my mana. Buffs in this game use up so much of your mana pool, it's absolutely ridiculous, but at least you only have to do it once every half an hour. Right, I should probably start tracking these quests. Oh right, so we need the rattle cages and paws and wings. So as there's a scavenger here, might as well finish this guy off. A couple of fireballs, slap him with my stick. I'm going to get these rattle cages out of the way first, I think. And then we can go around this sort of outside area here to get the paws and wings. So another thing that I've done early on is I've sent over a lesser magic wand from my rogue. Currently my highest on this server is at the time of recording is a level 44 rogue. I was really torn between Mage, Warrior, Rogue when the game was released, and I actually did start a Warrior. Got it to about level 20, but then I was just really missing playing a Rogue, and I really wanted to just get stuck in with, I love using the poisons on a Rogue, and the quick attack speed and the stealth. They're just huge amounts of fun to play. So I actually ended up switching. Oh, a bag! Wow. Oh, this is one bag as well. This add-on, by the way. I just really like how your bags all get merged into one. I think it's just quite neat. So yeah, made the rogue and then just forgot how much I enjoyed playing a rogue. And there we go, another level. This is actually going pretty quick as we get all our mana back as well, so I can just go straight into the next mob. Yeah, just fell back in love with the rogue. I level as a combat with, preferably with 2 swords, but obviously with this game you can't just stick with a sword forever. If you pick up, like, chances are you're going to pick up a mace or a dagger or something else that's actually better than what you've already got. So at the moment I'm just using like a sword in the main hand and a dagger in the offhand. I mean, that's quite a nice combination anyway. Having a dagger in the offhand, you get that nice quick attack speed where you can apply your poisons quicker. Yeah, so I've sent over the lesser magic wand. Obviously I can't use it yet. I think it's for level 5, but it's got like 11 DPS or something, which at level 5 is just ridiculous. You'll see when I equip it and I'm using it in combat how much damage it actually does. It's quite important for leveling as a mage or priest or warlock at these low levels where you're quite likely to run out of mana in the middle of fights. Having that wand is a really nice backup, because if you do get stuck without any mana, you've got to wait 5 seconds before your spirit actually kicks in and starts regenerating mana. So you can just start going at it with the wand as soon as you run out of mana. I generally try and wait until I've got enough mana for a couple of fireballs, or you know, get off a couple of spells. If you wait until you've only got enough mana for one ability, then you're just right back to where you started, and you got to wait 5 seconds for your spirit to kick in and start regenerating mana again. It's just not the most efficient way. Which actually brings me on to another point. This isn't going to be like a meta, you know, doing everything crazy efficient. I do want to just have fun playing this game. Back when I first started playing WoW, playing everything at like absolute optimal pace and efficiency just wasn't a thing. Everybody was just discovering the game for themselves, and you know, nobody really knew about the end game content and stuff like that. Like talking about raiding when I first started playing back in 2004 or 2005. I don't remember exactly when it was, but it was during the very first release, and or during, you know, during patch 1. Everybody was just playing the game. There was none of this, you know, world's first or anything like that. Not that I have anything against that. If you want to go ahead and do that, then cool, that's great. But just for me, there's so much more of the game to experience, and I love just going at my own pace, because this game, you know, it takes a long time to reach level 60. And if I try and rush it, it's just going to get depressing because progress is slow, regardless of, well, unless you've got 24 hours a day to play, which I don't. Oh, I did not mean to steal that from you. Never mind. Oh, is that more gear? 4 armor? Yeah. 3. Yeah, we've already got one of those. Rattle cage. These skeletons don't seem to be too common. I'm not finding that many. So I did want to ask you guys as a viewer, what spec do you level as a mage? It'd be really good to discuss in the comments what sort of tactics you use as you're leveling, you know, in terms of talent wise. Do you level as frost or fire? Or are you an absolute madman? Do you level as arcane? That'd be fun. I've never tried that. I've literally never tried that in vanilla. And obviously in the last time I played BFA, arcane mages were just insane, where mana regeneration just isn't really a thing. You don't need to be concerned about mana in that game. So leveling as an arcane mage was just absolutely ridiculous. The amount of DPS that you do compared to other people, at least early on in the game, it's just madness. I think I'm going to have to leave. Oh, there we go, last one. We'll just go for this one because it's closer. Let me know about the volumes as well. the game noise sounds quite loud in my headphones, but I'm not too sure how that's going to come across when it's finished. So, as in once I've uploaded this to YouTube, I don't know if the noise from the game is going to be deafening or not. I hope it's not. There we go. How am I doing on bag space? So I've got 6 slots left. I've sent over a couple of bags, which now actually I only need 3. I sent over 4, so maybe I'll just buy a bank slot and pop it in the bank. That's always handy, especially when you're collecting the pages in Stranglethorn Vale. Oh, I didn't check my mana, but that's okay. See, this situation would be perfect for a wand. I'm on the wrong side for these wolves and bats, but actually there's a couple over here, so it's not too bad. I want a new chest piece. 8 armor, decent. Nope, didn't want to eat, needed to drink, never mind. Apart from that, I think all the other gear is pretty useless, so... You've got to love picking up grey items that are better than what you've already got. Or at least picking up a grey item that replaces nothing. Come on, smack him. I just really want to get into the level 20 plus zones. As I said, PvP is my thing, so I'm just really excited to get stuck in with the Alliance, have some fun. I'm not the sort of person that really ever initiates a fight. I'll probably try and do it a little bit more for this series if it's a fair fight. If the target would give honor, obviously it's not, because at the time of recording this we're still in phase 1, so there's no honor system. But if they would award honor, then I'll try and start a few more fights. But one of my favorite things is just being picked on and then humiliating that person that's started a fight. And what do we need? 1 more paw and 1 more wing. So hopefully these 2 will finish that off. Was that my first fireball crit? I don't remember critting before. Down he goes. Right, be really nice. Another crit. Give me the paw, give me the paw. There we go. Right, perfect. So, oh, I'm really close to leveling. I'm tempted to... No, I'll hand the quest in. That'll get me level 4, and then I can get the level 4 abilities. I also need to... Desperately need to sell some shit in my bag. Got a lot of rubbish. Oh, another add-on as well that I've forgotten to explain. So I'm using X-Pearl for my unit frames. Personally, I'm not a huge fan of having the player unit and target up here. I know you can move the default ones, but I also much prefer the slightly wider health bars, especially because I like having the text visible. And I find that if you have the text visible, you can't really see the amount of, like, the text covers the actual health bar. So this way, the text is a little bit smaller, so I can still read it, but it's not actually just, like, completely covering up the health bar that's behind. So there we go, more gear. Perfect. Mage Trainer, what have you got? Conjure Water and Frostbolt. So... I suppose we'll have that over here. Oh shit, I'm not sure how that happened. I didn't close my bag, but for some reason it closed. That was weird. We'll switch that with that. I'll grab that quest. Another one. Oh, that's damage done as well. Usually keep that on DPS, not that it is relevant at this point anyway, but fuck it. So, scavenged goods. We need to go to the spiders, and Samuel's remains buried. So, I'm going to grab these goods first. Then I can probably hop over to Samuel's remains. And then head back up north towards the spider cave. And go for the young night web spiders and the night web spiders. Finding these boxes can always be a little bit of a pain. There we go, there's another one. Thankfully we only need 6 because I seem to be really shit at these. Go out and find shit quests. We got the goods. Let's grab this one. So with Frostbolt, I'm not too sure if I should bother with it just yet. I might actually just get it out. When I'm Frostspec, I like to have it on Shift E. A rank 1 Frostbolt, it's a must in PvP. If you're Frost, you need to have rank 1 Frostbolt just to apply that slow. If you've got you're chasing someone on a mount, or you just want to keep someone slowed, it's absolutely perfect. Using that rank 1 Frostbolt. So I have it on Shift E. E is my usually my main spammable ability, as I use W to walk forwards, and then I have A to strafe left and D to strafe right. So my only 3 movement keys that are actually bound on my keyboard are strafe left, strafe right, and walk forwards. That's it. All of the turning I do by mouse. Thanks, dude. There we go, fireball crit. And I can buff him as well. I forgot, I'm so used to playing a rogue, I can't do any sort of buffs. So, I'm gonna have to get used to buffing people, as buffs are like crazy important in vanilla. Sharing the love. Okay, there we go. Yeah, so I do all of my turning through the mouse. I just don't. Keyboard turning is just not quick enough. And reactions, obviously, everything in PvP. So personally, I think it's really important to not keyboard turn. Probably go for one more fireball there. I might try and get a little bit closer to the entrance of this cave so I can finish killing these young, I suppose these are the young ones, aren't they? Yeah. Finish killing these young ones and then just go straight into the not young night web spiders. Another one over here. So I suppose another thing that I need to go over quickly is the guild. This is a guild that I've been playing in for years now. We, you know, previously were on private servers before they were closed down. It was, I suppose, founded by Tassaran, who has a YouTube channel as well. I'll pop that in the description. Put a link to his channel in the description. He's currently doing a Tauren Druid playthrough. I'd recommend going and checking that out if you're a fan of Taurens. Just gonna finish off this spider. Oh, and someone is cleaning my window. That's really fucking weird. I live in a block of flats and they never say, oh, we're going to be cleaning your windows today. Please close the windows. They just blast them. That was confusing. I was like, oh, it's raining on one window. Okay, fair enough. I don't know how loud it is, if you can hear it through the microphone. But this guy is steaming the shit out of my kitchen window. Oh, alright, I've got enough young night web spiders. Oh, these are hostile. Okay. Oh, you would resist the first one, wouldn't you? Motherfucker. Alright, these have got a bit more health, so I might need to actually get some mana before I engage each spider. Right, I'm just gonna buff up. Oh, that's annoying. I'm gonna try and get some intellect gear, I think, as soon as possible. Because it's so important. I do not want to be running out of mana all the time. So we only need to get 8 in total of these, so it's not going to take too long. Man, the music in these starting zones. Or at least in the undead starting zone is it's creepy. When you're in the little, I forgot to point it out when I was in there, as soon as you make the character and you're in that like tomb where I suppose you're sort of risen, you can hear a heartbeat just very quietly. It's creepy as fuck. Got a couple of guys here. Rogue and a priest. Right, 2 more. Then we can go back and bury the remains and hand in the quests. They've obviously split up. I assume they're in a party doing this together, so they're probably just splitting up and getting the kills. I say that, they might not be in a party. Alright, perfect. So we do have the remains, don't we? Yep. just going to turn it up a little bit. I'm going to mess around with the sounds a little bit in this first part, just because I've got no idea how good this is going to sound. So until I get this first episode done, I won't really know what the best volumes are going to be. Right, we'll hand this one in. Nice, we can get an upgrade there. Just bury the remains quickly as well. Done. Suppose we'll go and hand this one in over here. What now? 10 armor. I think that means we can get rid of the silly robe as well. Yeah, cool. No, there's no abilities to learn yet. I don't know why I was even checking. Let's just sell some junk to this guy. Right, what are we doing? Scarlet armbands. I think it's the 12 scarlet armbands, then it's kill the named mob. I forget what. Oh, is it? Oh, I can't quite see his name then. There's a named mob over here, I think, that we need to take out once we've done that, and then I believe it's on to Brill. Oh, it's so nice how quickly you can cast fireballs at this level. And we've got better gloves. In terms of gear, we've actually done pretty well. There's not really anything missing, I don't think. I'm pretty sure I've like upgraded everything. Oh, apart from my staff, but that's not really too relevant. I'll have a wand pretty soon. Yeah, that's the guy that we need to kill. I'm gonna get some mana back before I start on anyone else. It's a bit unfair how much bigger his fireballs are than mine. I suppose that's one thing that I haven't really thought about too much. If I'm rolling fire, I don't know how much mana that's going to... how mana heavy that spec will be. As Frost is fairly light on mana, and it deals a huge amount of damage, so you're not really missing out. Ah shit. Okay. I've got myself into a little bit of a situation here. I'm probably gonna have to mana up here and then make some more drinks. It's probably gonna be wise of me to at least get 20 before I carry on, otherwise I'm gonna have to keep stopping, running out of mana. Well, running out of drinks. I might not go quite for 20. I can get it to 19. That should be enough. Let's get some more mana back. Go on, McLovin. Give him some intellect. Seeing as everybody uses intellect, if you don't know, Intellect increases the rate at which you learn, or sorry, level up your weapon skills. So he'll be able to use that to level up basically his dagger skill, which I believe is then just in turn going to give him better hit chance. And that is another Scarlet. Kess is having trouble with Devil Saws by the sounds of it. I haven't ever had to experience that, but I know the war for Devil Saws. I believe it's so you can skin them. They've got some nice materials that they drop. My knowledge isn't quite up to scratch on leatherworking, but I think it's for leatherworking. And another drink. Only need 3 more. And these do have an 80% drop chance, so hopefully I won't have to try too hard. Although killing that guy over there probably wasn't the smartest idea, because now I have to get to him to loot him, and I'm probably going to pull. Yep, I thought so. Never mind. I suppose he still does drop the armband, but chances are I'm going to kill him now and then hand this in, and I'll have to kill him again and then just sit and wait for him to spawn. Okay, let's just fucking run for it. Squeeze through there, nicely done. Oh, I suppose it doesn't really matter what I take, but might as well go for the two-hander because that's probably going to give me a little bit more copper. 30. Might as well repair. It's not that important at this point, but fuck it. So I do also have Titan Panel. I think that's the last add-on that I have to go over. It's kind of handy, particularly for switching around with volumes. I like how it shows you the experience per hour. You can sort of, at this stage, it's going to fluctuate a lot as we go through each level quite quickly. He's already back. Nice. But on, for example, my... Fuck, I can hit him from back here. Jesus Christ. On the rogue, it's quite nice to... I'm just going to let him get a little bit closer. I don't want to... Oh, fuck you. You can actually use it to determine, you know, how quickly you're leveling and how well you're doing. But at this point, it is going to change a little bit too quickly for me to actually get any information out of it, or use that information in any way. You know, if the pace gets quite low, then I can sort of be like, alright, let's stop dicking about, because I know, you'll see in later episodes we'll get into stages of just dicking about with the Alliance and having fun, not really making any progress, but I suppose that is what this is all about. And I did say earlier on, this is going to be...
What would you ask?
This series is just going to be about having fun and enjoying the game rather than doing everything the best way that you can. For example, by leveling as fire. Obviously that's not going to be the best way to level, but I think it's going to be quite a lot of fun to level with pyroblast and combustion and all of that. Right. Okay, so go to Brill. And a new staff. That actually looks like a staff as well. That's cool. It's nice to have your durability showing as well. At the top it'll tell you how much it will cost to repair everything. And just having that percentage there. As soon as it starts getting near like 50%, I'll be like, okay, it's time to actually make an effort and try and get some repairs done. Too many times I've been caught out, and you know, you end up with a broken weapon, and it's just like, oh fuck me. Seeing your time to level as well is nice, especially when you're sort of halfway through a level at a later stage, or you know, in this first half you're kind of just like, oh fuck, I've got so far to go. 2 of them ganging up on 1 rat. That's unacceptable. Let's go for a frostbolt, there we go. Poor rat. Deliver the note. We don't get the one to actually have a fight with him, unfortunately. I can't remember if that's rogue only. I've got a feeling it's rogue only. So as you can see, we've got quite a lot of quests. So the red ones I'm not quite high enough to accept. But it does mean that I'm only 1 level away from accepting those quests. So it's good to know that I've got that coming up. I'm just thinking I probably should... No, I'm going to head on to Brill because I'm pretty sure we get more quests to go back here. That way I can get them all done together. I think that'll work out a little bit better. Rather than running back and forth. Pretty sure I'm going to have to come back there later anyway, that's fine. Hopefully my wand will come through as well. I did send it a little while ago, but there's no sign of any mail, but it'll be nice to have that wand for when I do run out of mana, especially going over to this sort of territory over here. We're going to see a lot more hostile units, like these dogs, and more Scarlets as well. Fucking hell, he's found some Doomweed or whatever the fuck it's called. Look at him go. Gloomweed, is it? Gloomweed, oh, that's close. Got it right the second time round, I'll take that. Okay, well, oh, there we go. Our first Gloomweed. I'm just gonna run to Brill. I'm not gonna bother recording that bit because I need to just, you know, set my Hearthstone and all that sort of boring shit. But thanks for watching, guys. If you have enjoyed this, then please do leave a like. Let me know what you think in the comments. I'd appreciate any sort of feedback on this. Let me know what the sound's been like. I don't know. Again, you know, it could have been crazy loud. Let me know so I know for the next episode. Nice one. I'll see you all in the next episode. Cheers.